What's up, everybody? This is Ghost Size from Team Wicked. I'm coming today with my second place at Locals deck profile. Today I was playing Drytron, Megalith Drytrons actually. And yeah, so we're going to get into it. You play obviously 3 Alpha, 3 Zeta, 2 Gammas, and 1 Delta. So, theory behind this: Alpha, Zeta are like your best cards. Gamma, Monster Reborn, Delta is just a draw one. At my locals, we have a lot of things like Eldritch running around and stuff of that sort, and cards that can like banish. So I played 2 Gamma for that, just in case. Then we have the Angel or Fairy engine. So we have the Petite, the Ava, the Maju, and the 3 hand traps, the 3 heralds. Um, Obviously, Eva off of Ultimateness is just like a +3. Oh, it's really insane. This card and this engine is insane though. It just allows you to continue playing even through like certain hand traps. Then we have the one of Don Knight for carrier plays. Then we play 3 Benton, God card of the deck. No need to explain. I play 2 full. Um, I'm thinking about cutting this to 1. 'Cause the second one never comes up. Even though yes, it's a ritual name, but it doesn't. It's nowhere near as good as seeing Ben 10 in my hand. But also, full is just a insane card that allows you to loop one Ben 10 several times and just without having to search another one. Then we have Ak and Bethor, the last 2 Megalith cards that I play. Uh, Bethor is an insane card. Turn 1, setting up full and Ak. Allows you just to pop as many different names of rituals that you have engraved. So sometimes +2, +4, just depending on how your hand was and your turn you were trying to do. Ak is also another insane card. It lets you dig through your deck. Just to draw one, discard one is just kind of nuts. We don't have Pot of Greed, but that's as close as we're gonna get to it. Then I play Natasha and Ultimateness. I've seen a lot of lists cutting Natasha in the Megalith package, or when you're playing the Megalith engine, but this card is just insane. Like, this card wins games and steals games easily. And then Ultimateness is just usually game. I like the Megalith package because I do play like at our locals. People have kaiju's and stuff and want to just kaiju herald, and I don't want to just have like herald pass and hope that's enough. For spells, one of's Call by the Grave and one Fafnir. This card, in theory, is insane, right? Especially in matchups where you go first, you see this card and playing against Virtual World, but I always side this card out going second, um, and I don't want to see it because of Droll. I don't want to have to see this card and have instead of seeing like another name or anything, because like seeing this and no name, and then you try to get to a Nova or something, and it hits you with Droll is just like, well, I could have played around Droll a little better depending if I had a different name or what name. Then tech choices, 2 extra Foolish Burials. In theory, this card is insane for if you need a ritual card or you just need to destroy a back row or monster to continue playing. This card, like as a tech choice, is insane, but it just never came up. It never came up this tournament. 3 Prosperity. This card is a feels good, feels bad card. This card is insane. Obviously, the card is insane, but playing the Megalith package, playing with Auk and also my other Drytron monster that lets me draw. If I see this card, it sucks. Or if I see this card already and I used it, then those two cards are kind of dead. So I have to go for different plays. So it's just kind of it just depends what your hand is and what you're trying to accomplish. Two preparation of rites because this says Benton and get the ritual spell out of grave because we're greedy players. Then we play three emergencies and we play three novas just to get you there. And then one of the Meteonis. Sometimes I want to play two, sometimes I want to not play two. Just because, like I said, at my locals, they love to banish cards. So it's kind of hard once they banish your ritual spell. I'm going to go for extra. This extra deck is built for locals. So we have three droplets, two twin twisters. Discarding a name to pop two or whatnot isn't terrible, especially if you already have a ritual or another name in your hand. Then you're just getting it back anyway. Droplets is just insane card, just to keep playing sometimes, or to stop the one floodgate monster or like a red eyes dragoon or something, and continue playing. Plus, there's not a lot of Drytron players at my locals, so two Lancia. Another reason there's only two, maybe two virtual worlds players at my locals, and just seeing one of these and they're being searchable, I feel like I only need two. They usually game behind playing this plus your board they can't play. Three nib in tandem with a scythe. If you see this versus a virtual world, that's usually game. To help play through banishing as well, we have a three ghost spell. This card won me a game against my team member, the Hulk is what we would call him, but Zach. He's playing Shaddolls and invoked Dogmatica Shaddolls, and he went Invocation, and I just chained Bell so he couldn't banish, and I killed him my turn. And then the one red reboot because we have a lot of trap players at our locals. And sometimes playing through a board of traps is hard, and sometimes it's not, just depending on what it is. For extra deck, we're going to go combo. This, no explanation. You punish bad players with anima, and this just makes Union Carrier if you don't already have two monsters or any other way to get there. I play one IP because I'm playing Megalith. I have my inboard on a crazy hand is like IP full Ock Ultimateness. And then you can just go into like Appaloosa or Unicorn after you already activated full for Bethor to pop some cards on the field. It's just kind of hard to play through like two negates, two pops, and a spin from Unicorn or two monster negates. Nightmare package. Actually, these cards are probably the MVP. A lot of the times in my games, I just make these. I don't even like do a whole bunch of shenanigans. I just go like Link Karibo, make Cerberus, pop monster, draw a card, make Phoenix co-linked, pop a back row, draw another card, and then just attack, and keep playing. Or sometimes I can do it with Unicorn and then draw another card on my turn. These are just like tech choices, but they have really came in clutch several times. And the draws also play a lot into it and sometimes get you there when you should never be playing the game. Just depending on what's going on. I was playing a game against VW, and I knew he had the trap to pop, so I just and he let me already summon Link Karibo. So I had two other monsters, and I co-linked to pop his monster. Um, so I made this safe play, so he couldn't pop with the trap. Draw a card. It got me into Gamma. I did another thing. He didn't pop another two cards, so I just summoned this to pop whatever else he had on the field and draw another card and just attack. Left him with like zero resources and stuff. Then we go for Link fours. I played three. Um, these are all sword is no explanation. It just wins games out of the blue. Ultimate is sword is just game. These are just tech choices. Against back row, have this, and it's also game usually. Make a unicorn, go on access code. Appaloosa's IP. If you also IP this, or sometimes even this, I usually IP this though when my opponent's playing like a trap deck or something. IP into this, and they just can't get out of it or get rid of this card. You do it on their turn, and in your turn you just destroy everything. Appaloosa, no explanation. IP target. I considered playing the new Link 5, but it just never came up. Then we go for the Zeus package. This game, it's a good bait if you know, or you just have a feeling if your opponent has nib. I just go into this and attempt to go in a battle phase, and it forces nib, and then you just keep playing. After that, if your hand is set up enough, or you just set up yourself to play through it. And then my two extra foolish burial targets, search a ritual and pop a card. um, my matchups for this local round one, I had to play against my teammate Taylor. He was playing Dragon Link. Um, that deck is insane. I was just lucky enough to open like crazy against him to play through his whole Dragon Link board. Round two, I think round one, I think it was 2-1, 2-1, 2-0, something like that. No, 2-0. Round two, I played against a Burning Abyss invoked deck. Don't really know what that deck was supposed to do. I won. That was the only die roll I won the whole day. Went first, ultimateness. Game two, I scooped to Kaliga because I just couldn't get through it. And then game three, I don't know. Round three, what did I play? Round three, I played against Virtual World and lost a die roll. He went first. He was playing Invoked Virtual World. My hand could have played through just VFD because I drew Herald and I would have drew Intis, not Intis, but Benton for turn, plus a Maju in hand, and already had Alpha, so I was like, oh, I can play through this VFD easily. And then he normal summoned Alistair, and I scooped for game one. And I was just not gonna play that one. Game two, Lancia, full combo. Game three, he bricked set two, and I just made the Link Karibo Cerebus, and Phoenix, Cerberus and Phoenix, and just kind of played through that way, played safer. Round four, I lost in time to PK. Didn't even get to game two. I could have won in that round, but I was rushing and misplayed. Should have made Phoenix under the Boral sword to pop the blade or his set card. So yeah, misplays, but I'll never do it again. And then I played round five. My team member Zach, he's playing Invoke Dogmatica Shadal's. That game was really hard because obviously if they get to window, you kind of just have to scoop it up. There's no way to play through a window or into a window if it's already on the field and you only get one summon, unless you main droplets or something of the sort, or imperm. So luckily for me, he didn't open like insane enough to make Winda, and I want to say we went to game three though, but it was still a real game. Like the game, the reason I won was like I said, I ghost belled his invocation game three. He had um he had Mechaba and another monster, and tried to invoke after main phase two, and I just belled, and I didn't really have anything. I needed a name, and I drew Cyber Emergency for turn, and just popped off that way. Summoned Bethor, popped two, and just killed him through that. So yeah, this is my list. Probably going to change it. I'm really just waiting on the ban list. I wish the ban list would hurry up. Like I said, there's minor changes. Maybe run some more hand traps and take out some cards. Maybe not play the Megalith package. Megalith just kind of lets you play through a lot more and set up some kind of cool boards is why I like it. Um, but yeah, thank y'all for watching. Catch y'all next time. Peace out.